For thousands of years, humans have told stories about strange and legendary creatures. But were these beings purely imagination, or did something like them once truly exist? Stay with me until the end to uncover what's really behind these myths. Number 7. Unicorns. Unicorns are staples of fairy tales and fantasy. But where did the concept originate? Thousands of years ago, people of the Indus Valley carved images of a one-horned animal onto small stone seals. Many assume it was symbolic, yet a real creature bearing a striking resemblance once walked the earth. During the Ice Age, an enormous animal known as Elasmotherium roamed vast landscapes. It resembled a rhinoceros, carried a horn nearly as tall as a human, and ranked among the largest beasts early humans ever hunted. As climates shifted and human populations expanded, it eventually vanished. Maybe unicorns weren't pure fantasy after all. Perhaps we drove them to extinction. Number 6. Dwarves. For over a millennium, myths have described small, human-like beings living in hidden places. But what if such people genuinely existed? Roughly 50,000 years ago, a tiny human species called Homo floresiensis inhabited an island in Indonesia. They were far shorter than modern humans, earning them the nickname hobbits. Survival there was brutal, especially alongside massive predators like Komodo dragons. Their small stature wasn't random. When larger human ancestors reached the island around 100,000 years ago, isolation triggered a process known as insular dwarfism, gradually reducing their size over generations. So dwarves may not have been mere legend, we just never crossed paths with them. Number 5. Yeti and Bigfoot. Stories from the Himalayas speak of the Yeti, while North American folklore tells of Bigfoot, both described as towering, hairy creatures walking upright. In 1951, climbers near Mount Everest discovered enormous footprints pressed into the snow, sparking speculation about the Yeti. Yet in 2017, DNA analysis revealed those prints likely came from rare Himalayan bears. So was the Yeti nothing more than a misidentified animal? In 1967, footage surfaced claiming to show Bigfoot wandering through the wilderness. Critics dismissed it as a hoax, but in 2022, experts revisited the film in 4K resolution and noticed that the costume didn't resemble anything known to be manufactured at the time. Now consider this: 3.7 million years ago, a small upright walking primate called Oreopithecus lived in Africa. Standing about 4 feet tall with a modest brain size, it moved on 2 legs and may have even consumed meat. Number 4. The Loch Ness Monster. For centuries, people in Scotland have reported seeing a massive creature in Loch Ness, described with a long neck and a body reminiscent of a dinosaur. Despite sonar sweeps and underwater investigations, no conclusive evidence has surfaced. As a result, most researchers attribute sightings to hoaxes or simple misidentifications. However, millions of years ago, a remarkably similar marine reptile truly existed, the Plesiosaurus. Though not technically a dinosaur, it lived during the same era, propelling itself with. It dominated the seas for around 150 million years before disappearing in a mass extinction event. If plesiosaurs vanished so long ago, how have sightings in Loch Ness persisted for over 1,500 years? A rational theory suggests that ancient fossil discoveries may have inspired the legend. Number 3. Giant serpents. Enormous snakes appear in myths worldwide, from Jormungandr in Norse lore to Vasuki in Hindu tradition. These tales might sound exaggerated, yet fossils tell a fascinating story. Scientists uncovered Titanoboa, a snake stretching as long as a city bus, and Vasuki indicus, an even longer species approaching 50 feet. Titanoboa inhabited the swamps of South America, overpowering prey by constriction. Vasuki indicus was discovered in India, echoing ancient serpent legends so closely that researchers named it after the mythic figure. These weren't imaginary beasts. They were real predators, larger and more formidable than any snake alive today. Number 2. Dragons. Dragon legends span continents. In Asian traditions, they often appear wingless, gliding through the sky and governing rainfall. In Europe, they are typically winged and breathe fire. Some historians think these stories emerged when ancient people unearthed enormous bones and let their imaginations fill in the gaps. Yet millions of years ago, a creature equally astonishing soared overhead, Quetzalcoatlus. This gigantic flying reptile stood as tall as a giraffe, with wings stretching wider than a school bus. Unlike birds, it didn't rely solely on flapping. It launched itself powerfully and then glided across vast distances. Certain scientists believe it also stalked prey on land, snapping up small dinosaurs with its long beak. Its fate was sealed by the same asteroid impact that ended the dinosaurs' reign. Still, Its evolutionary legacy survives in modern birds of prey, though on a far smaller scale. Number 1. Cthulhu. Cthulhu, introduced in a 1928 horror story, is portrayed as a terrifying oceanic entity lurking in the depths and invading dreams. But long before fiction imagined such horrors, the seas were home to genuine monsters. One example is Tusoteuthis, an immense squid-like creature measuring up to 40 feet in length. Picture two giraffes placed head to tail. It possessed an internal shell that made it sturdier and swifter than today's squids. It preyed upon large fish and even juvenile marine reptiles. Like many ancient giants, it vanished after the asteroid impact 66 million years ago. Cthulhu may belong to literature, but Tusoteuthis was undeniably real. And consider this, humanity has explored only about 5% of the ocean. If creatures like that once thrived, what might still be concealed in the darkness? But there's one detail I didn't reveal at the beginning. Every creature discussed here pales in comparison to the astonishing ones that are alive right now. I featured them in my previous video.